With COVID-19 playing havoc with international supply chains, many retailers are looking for alternative sources of product. Often overlooked as one of those places to get product from is one of our closest neighbours, the Republic of Indonesia. I'm here today at the Indonesian Embassy in Wellington. Let's go and see if we can find the ambassador, Mr. Tantowi Yahya. Mr. Tantowi, selamat pagi, thanks for being with us. I wanted to start by asking you about Indonesia. Many Kiwis know Bali as a great holiday destination, of course, and Indonesia is well known as a source of furniture and handicrafts. But can you tell us a bit more about the range of products that retailers can source from Indonesia?
Well, thank you, Greg. Selamat pagi, good morning. It's a pleasure to welcome you here at the Gorontalo Room, or Geraha Gorontalo, or the House of Gorontalo. It's one of the buildings in the complex of the Indonesian Embassy in Wellington, which is purely dedicated as a showroom. So this is the place where we showcase our best quality products from many kinds. And as you see on my left, this is the rack of products which are already here. You can easily find them in the supermarkets, in the Asian shops, and I'm telling you, we're very proud of them. You know, like Indomie, they are very much consumed by the people here in New Zealand and also in the Pacific. And on my right, these are the racks that showcase the products that we push hard to be into the market of New Zealand, and they are good quality product as well. It ranges from coffee, cigar, foods, electronics, and even small aircraft. And I think it takes a coordination between our office and also yourself on how to bring the products into the New Zealand market. Yes, I would like to answer your question. I agree with you that many Kiwis have already known Bali, and high quality furniture and handicrafts are made in Indonesia. However, many still don't know that Indonesia is also an industrial country that has capabilities to produce a vast range of high quality products that can be utilized by retailers in New Zealand. Those products are furniture, electrical, mechanical, garments and textiles, footwear, food and beverage, medical equipment, paper, cosmetics, as well as strategic industry manufacturers like trains and small size aircrafts like this. They can now be produced in Indonesia as well. Moreover, many internationally known brands like Adidas, Samsung, L'Oreal, Bridgestone, Panasonic, Danone, Uniqlo, and H&M are sourcing the products from Indonesia. A number of New Zealand's well-known companies like Fonterra and Beka have grown significantly in Indonesia. And Greg, if may add, New Zealand through Transpower New Zealand Limited has purchased more than 400 units of transformers from Indonesia worth 320 million New Zealand dollars. That were installed for wind turbines all over New Zealand.
So, what's Indonesia's reputation for quality goods, and are Indonesian products price competitive compared to countries like China?
Well, I suppose it is self-explanatory, the fact that many global brands that have sourced their products from Indonesia, including New Zealand. So this shows our uncompromising and impeccable standards. Those international sourcing speak about our competitive edge as a manufacturing country compared to other industrial countries.
So Mr. Tantowi, obviously these are very challenging times, and it's almost impossible for retailers to be travelling to meet new suppliers at the moment. How can New Zealand retail businesses make new connections in Indonesia if they can't travel?
Well, indeed it is a very challenging time, Greg, with border closure being implemented almost everywhere. around the world, including Indonesia. It is a very difficult time for business. However, I believe that with the use of the technology, we can adapt to overcome these obstacles. That is the reasons why Indonesia is planning to host the 35th Trade Expo Indonesia Virtual Exhibitions 2020 that will be held from 10 to 16 November this year. This Trade Virtual Expo allows for online business interaction in a safe and productive way between sellers and buyers. This trade exhibition is an international B2B focused trade exhibition which is designed to facilitate market access for Indonesian high quality products into the international market. The Trade Export Indonesia Virtual Exhibition 2020 presents numerous carefully selected products encompassing premium products and services, manufacturing products, furniture and craft products, food and beverage products, and also fashion accessories and multi-products. So the exhibitions obviously makes it easier for international buyers to meet online with Indonesian suppliers so as to save time and cost for travel and accommodations.
But with a virtual exhibition, don't you think it will be just a little bit harder for retailers to connect with new suppliers?
Now, with this new technology in place, participants can have the experience of attending a physical trade expo, so to speak. So participants will not only be able to see a vast range of products, but they also can have a real-time chat with company representatives at the expo. Even if they won, they can make an actual business deal at the expo. So it does function like real expositions.
More generally, what are the main differences between doing business in Indonesia and in New Zealand? Is it easy for Kiwi retailers to do business in Indonesia?
Of course, there are many differences between the two countries, obviously speaking. But however, with the technological advantage and improved bureaucracy and regulations may reach across those differences. Therefore, doing business in Indonesia for foreigners is relatively viable.
Okay. When you're sourcing products internationally, language barriers can be a problem sometimes. Is English widely spoken by suppliers and manufacturers in Indonesia?
Let me tell you this. Although English is not widely spoken in Indonesia, but English is not an issue in Indonesia, as all exporters have their competence to manage overseas clients over the years. So basically, they are also educated and equipped with their product knowledge and logistics. So I don't see any issue in communications or English barriers.
Now, of course, dealing with new suppliers internationally always carries a degree of risk. Is it generally safe to do business in Indonesia, and what guarantees can New Zealand retailers have that suppliers will deliver? How can we know that we're dealing with legitimate businesses?
I couldn't agree with you more, Greg. Trust is the most important thing in business, right? So that is why it is a good reason to participate in our virtual exhibitions at Trade Expo in Indonesia, because all of the exhibitors have been curated by the Indonesia's Ministry of Trade on a daily basis, and our embassy in Wellington can also facilitate New Zealand's companies in finding out the legitimacy of certain companies in Indonesia.
The New Zealand market is relatively small, of course, and retailers here are often ordering only relatively small consignments. Are Indonesian suppliers interested in selling products into a country like New Zealand that only takes small volumes?
Well, generally, most of Indonesian exporters are able to cater all sorts of demands, both small and large quantities. As far as I'm concerned, the freight charges will be much higher with small volume, as you know it, right? Therefore, we are keen to have a distributor that specifically facilitate these needs. But this is a business, no matter how big or small it is. We cater all volumes of business.
Right. So the key message really is retailers should not be worried about the size of their orders.
No, they don't have to be worried about that.
All right. Before COVID, passenger air links into New Zealand were relatively limited. There were direct flights only between Bali and Auckland. Are there good freight links by sea or by air now that COVID's with us? And is it expensive to get freight here?
Indonesia is geographically positioned in the middle of very busy trade route. Moreover, many well-known shipping companies have operations in Indonesia. Therefore, I believe that there are no issues in logistics side. For sure, these companies would offer a competitive price to ship products to New Zealand.
And finally, to wrap up, what advice do you have for New Zealand retailers who might want to get started getting products out of Indonesia?
I like that question very much. For more information about Trade Expo Indonesia Virtual Exhibition 2020, you can visit this address. Please register your participations on our email at this link below. And one more thing, if I still have time.
Please.
Yeah. I would like to add that our economic team at the embassy here in Wellington is pleased to facilitate any inquiries on sourcing products from Indonesia. So please feel free to call us at 04-475-8697 or email us at this address.
Excellent. Mr. Tantowi, thank you very much, and hope that next year perhaps we'll be able to get back to a real expo in Jakarta.
Thank you very much for your coming, and thank you for asking me a lot of valuable questions. I do hope that what we have just explained and presented to the audience will ignite the better volumes of the bilateral trade between the two countries.